I've been on this journey for longer than any of you with Josh, because as my cousin, I've known him for a while, and he's been obsessed with flying things since he was... and we knew he was going to do it. We knew he was going to lift off one day, something. And it's a source of immense pride in our family that we've got someone who's taken this entrepreneurship to literally the next level. We were just speculating how cool it would be if those yucky people who are total noisy bogans on jet skis had one of these just sail up next to them and say, stop that. So look, it's really fun to be here today. A real focus for us at the City of Fremantle is looking at the emerging industries that sit with our ethos in Fremantle. So we know that we do really well when we look at technology and sustainability and creativity and innovation, and we find that sweet spot where all of those things meet. We also know that kind of what we've historically been, which is this fun city with great places to eat and drink and great creative industries, is exactly the place that you want to come if you want to develop a high technology industry, because it's where people want to live. It's where people will have to travel to from overseas to live in a city like that and bring their skills and their experience. So this is absolutely what we want to see. And even kind of building out of Tiller and everything that Tiller's done, and we see a lot of Tillers come and park at the Civic Centre, and it's a lovely thing to know that this is something our community saw before anyone else was really seeing the opportunity of e-bikes and really bought into. And I think this is a perfect place for our community to start buying into some of the other e-adventures that they can have. I've had an e-adventure on one of the foil boards.
Yeah, we took that around a couple of years ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah, thankfully Josh is really patient, so he had the headset on.
And just lean forward a bit more.
Just lean forward, just get out of that boat, maybe. We chose probably the worst day with everyone having their Christmas parties on boats and going up and down. You can only steer those things by leaning, and when you're freaking out and also not going anywhere, you just don't steer them at all. I think if you've ever put a dog on a surfboard, just, something I did in my childhood, that was basically the mental image of me on one of those. It was like every fingernail was dug into something and I was not standing up.
And the new ones will have handlebars, so you like those.
Much better. But it was a lot of fun regardless. So if you actually had any skill, I feel like you would have an amazing time. And also, one day you would just be able to sit there, which is extremely exciting. Through the City of Fremantle, we've also looked at how to, we already have very active waterfronts. We have a lot of stuff happening on our waterfronts, which we love and we want to build on. One of the ways we're doing that is through creating kind of licensed areas for people to operate. So we're really excited to be able to have AquaFlights down at Port Beach.
That's right. So until 1st of November. So
1st of November.
Thanks to Alex as well. Alex for your support in getting that application through. So
that's super exciting for us to give that a try and see. For these guys to give us some feedback, is that a good place to be? With all these things, we pilot them, and then if they work out, it's just another great thing. And you probably have seen saunas popping up everywhere. Yeah. That started as a similar thing with one person going, I'd like to run a sauna. Now we've got saunas everywhere. So it's really nice to think that the future can hold a whole lot of fun opportunities like that. It also builds us as a destination. I think it's the final thing I want to say is, a lot of our economy in Fremantle, we're dependent on two things. We're dependent on our local people, and we want to build the number of local people living right in Fremantle through sort of better density and all that kind of stuff. But also our visitor economy is huge, and we saw it during COVID. We had a lot of people coming on staycations to Fremantle. But now that we've got the cruise economy back and all of the sort of international visitors, it's about building out a whole bunch of things that they can do while they're in Fremantle, which really means they don't have to go anywhere else. And if they go anywhere else, it's just watch them up Rottnest for the day and then they come back again because they can't get accommodation there anyway, and then they do a whole bunch of other cool things here. So we have that to be on brand. That has to be stuff that feels like Freo. So we can really see all of this building out into that economy. So congratulations, guys, and it's so exciting to swing in and see what things are happening in here, to know what the future looks like. So
thanks so much. Just want to appreciate For Blue. AquaFlights did the Blue Gravity Accelerator last year, and a lot of support from Andrew and his team. So Andrew's going to say a few words about the For Blue organisation and the Blue Gravity Tour.
Yep, for sure.
Thank
you.
Mention Calfred.
Yes, I'll definitely.
Yes, of course, Propel as well.
Yeah, I'm from For Blue. So we enrich ocean health and human wealth together forever. That is our sort of mission and purpose. And the reason we've actually found it is because of where we are. So we did some research into how could Western Australia be good for the world, and essentially it was, in a very short and kind version, is like double down on what we're doing in the Fremantle region, which is the intersection of the ocean, creativity, technology and sustainability, where Western Australia is really world class, not only in our ocean assets, like our natural areas, but the marine and engineering skills and expertise, right through from filmmaking to visualisation to the hard engineering that you're sort of doing. Now that was quite a bit of a shock to people, as they didn't realise that Western Australia, that this wasn't common. But when we looked around the world, there literally sort of nowhere else that had that unique combination of livability, of the depth of industrial sort of expertise, and the history in the economy, and that we're in the Indian Ocean and there's not really much competition. So if you look around those 32 other nations around the Indian Ocean, there's nowhere else that has that unique combination and is relatively wealthy, because so can start to look sort of outwards. So that's why we exist, is to sort of double down on that advantage. And that's been reinforced over the last 3 years of us operating, as we see more and more amazing ventures like AquaFlights, Electro-Nordic, Tiller, etc. emerging from this region. So Blue Gravity is an initiative that was designed to say, well, actually, where a lot of these ventures get stuck is they've got great technology and insights, but they're a bit weak on the business side. They're trying to navigate a funding or an investor landscape where those investors and funders don't have dedicated programs for ocean ventures. They're all thinking about ag tech and software. So Blue Gravity was to try and help them navigate that landscape, do really specific diagnoses of what those ventures need, and then match them up with the right service providers, and even chuck in a bit of funding. So now, through a partnership with Innovative Society Initiative and Hub on Essex, and through Propel Fremantle, there's up to $100,000 available in cash and subsidies to support ventures like AquaFlights or new ones coming through, to do prototypes, to get business advice, whatever they need to just sort of nudge them along in that next stage. So the Propel Fremantle initiative is awesome. So thanks to City of Fremantle for backing that, and that's in partnership with, there's a specific initiative within that with Inkle. And so that's not only for ocean ventures, but it's also picking up new creative and technology ventures. So we should have all the first round of those diagnoses done in the next week, and that'll be the basis for allocating about $35,000 worth of grants and funding. So I think, the key messages are just that, first of all, that this isn't normal, this density of creativity and this intersection of some of the ventures we've got here. That there are really supportive institutions like Lottery West, City of Fremantle and others who are started to get on board and put cash behind these sorts of initiatives. There are many events coming up, so we've got forums that are focused on this topic. You can contact me if you want to find out about those new forums, how we're getting more investment into this sector. And I think the last message is that, when we first met AquaFlights, there's a pretty ambitious, let's say non-conservative financial projection. It was this looks like a great business on paper. I hope they can back it up. But there's something really tricky about being out in front and there's no one else around.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been in a running race. I've been in a cycling race where I was just out in front and I thought, I must be doing something wrong. Everyone else must know something and they're probably going to catch me and hunt me down. Maybe I should just back off a bit. But if you had a coach or just one or two people going, no, you're in front, you're onto something, just keep going, it could make all the difference. And so I think a really important thing here is, if we feel like we're in front, it can feel a little bit lonely and scary, but that is the opportunity to sort of double down, really back each other and support each other to do something truly amazing. rather than think, oh no, I think we're going down the wrong path, or through lack of enthusiasm and backers, you think you must be doing the right thing. I think many people in this room are really onto something, and it makes a big difference to back each other and cheer each other on. So, keep going.
Thank you.